The longest-serving president at any four-year college or university in Maine has announced his retirement.
After working in education for the past 40 years, President Robert Clark will retire his duties from Husson University in December of 2024. He led efforts over the years in strengthening Husson's academics, finances, and enrollment.
He tackled multiple infrastructure renovations to residence and dining halls and led in major projects for the school, like the construction of the new Harold Alfond Hall, which is now the home of the College of Business. After all of these years, Clark says his biggest accomplishment was helping 10,000 students graduate from the university.
I say to myself, not all of the education we provide as individuals in higher education is in the formal classroom, and so you perhaps instill other lessons along the journey that are not just subject related. They may be life related or interactions with individuals and group work and etc. And those give you a great deal of input and satisfaction going forward.
Clark also taught an investment course at Husson and oversaw and completed a $38 million capital campaign that supported faculty, staff development, and endowed scholarships.
Clark became president at the university on January 1st, 2010.